What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got a rather lovely update about the One Piece TCG coming out of Japan, and it includes some stuff we should be very, very, very excited about indeed. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, they've gone and revealed Flagship Battles. What's exciting about Flagship Battles? New promos. There are new promos coming for the Flagship Battles, and that is something we should be very, very excited about indeed. Now, the deal with the Flagship Battles, these are happening in Japan in July, literally from July the 1st to July the 31st. Oh, I'm going to be in Japan on July the 30th and 31st. Can I enter one of these? I could apply to enter one of these. And playing I would get smoked and I'd have very little time to put a deck together. But I could make like a super aggro Vivi deck in Japanese and enter one of these. Oh, that's something I might legitimately do. Oh, that could be fun. Anyway, sorry, that I did not realize that until I started making this video, and now I'm a little bit excited. Anyway, point is, these are happening in stores in July. They are store level. And basically, generally, it's a capacity of 32 people. Some stores will actually have a capacity of 64 people. And if more people than that apply, then there will be a lottery. Simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. Simple as that. It's a One Piece TCG, alright? It's a pretty popular thing. And what's extremely cool is the winner, Shanks. Now, what is really cool about this, and I love that they're doing this, if they actually have a tournament with 64 people, because like I've said, some stores will, top 2 get the Shanks. How cool is that? Top 2 are going to go and get the Shanks in a tournament where there are 64 people. I think that is wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is awesome. I am a gigantic fan of this. So, yeah, I love that they've done this. I think this is wonderful and brilliant, and I think we should all be absolutely delighted. Go team! Etc. Now, in terms of the Shanks, what have we got? Well, it's the Secret Rare from OP01. I like Secret Rare Shanks from OP01. I have been on, well, I've been on record of saying that a couple of times. It's a very cool card. It's one that I like. And hey, it's always nice to have secret rares. Of course, I should mention this is the one that also got the manga rare. So it's up to you which one's cooler, the manga rare or this. This one's definitely rarer. In terms of what it does, it's the one that's got rush and your opponent cannot use a blocker with 2,000 power or less. But, you know, 10,000 power character with rush, I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty gosh darn cool. Now, what is really cool about this is it's out of 1600. It is like the Luffy we've seen for a while now. It is a serial numbered Shanks, and it's out of 1600, which means there's a few of them out there. Now, to be clear, like winning a 32-person tournament may well end up being the easiest way to get hold of one of these, but still, they are at least giving out 1600 of them. These aren't, I don't think there's going to be 1,600 of these events. I don't think this is going to be the only way they actually get given out. For the time being, this is how they are being given out. You win, you get Shanks, jobs are good 'un. Now, it's not the only prize at that tournament. They are also giving away a Kobe as well. Now, this is the Kobe from OP02, whereby when you play it, you can discard a card from your hand to KO one of your opponent's characters that cost 3 or less. Bearing in mind, of course, as we've said a million times, the whole point of these black decks are that they are trying to reduce cost of your opponent's cards. So when we say KO a free cost or lower, it's not really a free cost or lower, because there's going to be all different things that you can use to bring down their cost, and then you KO them. So they're free cost or lower when you KO them, but actually they probably started life significantly, well, beefier, I think is fair to say. It's a cool card. It's alternate art. Obviously, it's got the border and the arrows that these prize cards tend to have. We've seen them for a little while now. These are being given to top 8, but like we saw with Shanks, and again, I'm absolutely in love with this, they are doing that thing whereby If there are 64 people turning up rather than 32, then the top 16 get the Kobe rather than just the top 8. And again, I love that they're doing this. I adore the idea that they're going to all this effort and going, look, we can sometimes have 32, sometimes 64. When we have 64 rather than 32, we're just going to double up. Twice as many Shanks, twice as many Kobe. I just think this is awesome, and I love the way they're doing this, and I'm a gigantic fan, and go team, ladies and gentlemen, go team. Now, you might be thinking, what about the people that don't make top 8? What about the 3/4 of people that don't make top 8? Well, we've got Promotional Pack Volume 3. And unlike what we tend to see over here, when we get promotional packs in Japan, they tend to have all the cards. So you're going to get the Kobe and the Charlotte Pudding and all the others. You're going to get all of them at the same time, which is absolutely lovely. You're going to get all 6 of these cards in one, which is absolutely wonderful. So that's what you get for entering. Then it's Kobe for top 8. Then it's Shanks if you win. And we saw Shanks a little while ago. This Shanks was actually revealed a little while back. It just took a while to actually get there. We didn't know exactly how these cards were going to be distributed. They were going to be tournament, let's be clear. They were always going to be tournament souvenirs, but it's still cool that they've actually gone and, shown them off and made it all official. Now, one thing which is, I think it's fair to say, a little bit interesting, but still pretty gosh darn cool, they have gone and shown the limited edition play sheet you can get for OPO4. Although, do remember, these play sheets are downloads. They're not sending you like a rubber play mat, although it'd be cool if they did. Now, unfortunately, these are downloadable play sheets that you get for filling in the souvenir for OPO4. Obviously, OPO4 now, we've seen all of the cards. We know what the set is, and now it's time to actually have the questionnaire. Now, the cool thing here is that it does actually feature the artwork of Luffy and Law that actually, are from the booster pack of OPO4. One thing which I can't get over, and I don't understand this, they went and put Luffy and Law on the booster pack, and that makes sense because they're very popular characters. I understand that. What I don't really understand, the ones that they chose. Now, the Luffy, to be fair, is not a vanilla character. It's an 8-cost, 9,000 power with Banish, which is cool. But it's an uncommon card, and it's not exactly some kind of game-breaking powerhouse. I don't think that's an unfair thing to say. And then the Law is literally a vanilla card. It's just a vanilla 5-cost, 7,000 power. So, whereas in the past, they've really kind of gone for it in terms of the cards that they're showing off on the booster pack, here they've just chosen not to. Like, if we go back to OPO3, the previous set, as an example, then we've got Charlotte Katakuri and Rob Lucci sitting there kind of on the front of the pack. Now, the Charlotte Katakuri is actually one of the secret rares from the set. It's the regular art of the secret rare. And then we've also got Rob Lucci coming in, and this is the alternate art of the super rare Rob Lucci. As a side note, just finished that arc in the manga where, they go to Justice Island and all of that, no spoilers. Rob Lucci's incredibly cool. Maybe the coolest villain they've had up to that point in the manga. Kind of loving Rob Lucci. Plus, it's Akira Ogawa artwork, so by now you should know I'm in love with that. Although, I am still weirded out, and no spoilers for those that are reading or watching it. There is a very obvious type of art they could be using for Rob Lucci that they're not. Why has that not appeared on a card yet? That's a little bit weird to me. They're probably saving it for later. I don't know. So yeah, the play sheet is available, and I wanted a minute here just to point out and rant a little bit about the fact that the card choices, although the characters are fairly obvious, the card choices are weird. Oh, and a tiny little piece of news, and believe me, I wish I could tell you more about this. They have actually shown off the packaging for Starter Deck 10. The Starter Deck, which has got 3 different red-purple leaders. Yeah, the Luffy Law Kid Starter Deck. They've gone and shown off the packaging for the trial deck. But what is on screen is the best look we've got. Like, I can cut this out and blow it up if you want me to, but it doesn't actually do much good. They've basically taken out the artwork that's been on the website for a while, and that is what's on front of the deck. However, there are a couple of things that are worth pointing out here. Firstly, if you squint, it looks like you can see what the booster box is going to look like. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. The deck box, that's the one. Remember, you do get a deck box in this. And also, look at the packaging. That is not the same packaging we've seen for starter decks up till now. This is going to be big, ladies and gentlemen, and I am fully into it. And as I've said before, this literally releases the day I land in Japan. I'm going to go pick it up, and it's going to be awesome. Right, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the news, that's what you need to know, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these new trophy cards. Tell me what you think about the play sheet and the starter deck and anything else we've talked about. Tell me if you find it as weird as I do, the choices they've made for what went on the front of the booster pack for OP04. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.